I'm Anil Kumar, and my series of square with inscribed circles. Here is another interesting question. The question is, given a circle inscribed in a square with perimeter of 64 centimeters, find area of square, find area of circle, find area of shaded portion. Now in this question, perimeter given to us is perimeter of the circle, not the square. The question is, given a circle with perimeter of 64, and this circle is inscribed in a square, right? So I hope that point is clear to you, right? So what we have here is a circle with center, let us say O, and radius R, whose circumference is 64. So when you say perimeter, it means circumference. That means circumference of this circle is 64. The formula for circumference is 2 pi r, where r is the radius. So from here we can find what r is. So from here we can say r is equals to 64 divided by 2 pi. 64 divided by 2 pi, or you can write this as 32 divided by pi, correct? So that is the radius for you. Now once you know the radius, you can find area of the square, area of the circle, and also the area of the shaded portion. So at this stage, you can actually pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. Now we need to find area of a square. Since radius is 32 by pi, what is the diameter? Well, let's write it down. Diameter, which is also used square side length, right, is 2r, 2 times r. So in this case, that will be equals to 2 times 32 divided by pi, or 64 over pi, correct? So what you find is that diameter, as you know, is related with circumference, pi d. The other formula for circumference is, I could have written pi times diameter, right? So from here you get directly diameter is 64 divided by pi. Do you understand? So it's kind of important to understand these relations. So what we have here is that this length of the square is 64 over pi. So that is the length of each side. And therefore, what should be the area? So area will be square of this. So this will be 64 over pi whole square, right? So that becomes the area of the square. You could always use calculator to find this answer, okay, in centimeter squares. Find the area of the circle. The formula is pi r square, right? The formula here is side square, correct, which we use. Now here the formula is pi r square. So using this formula, we get area of the circle, the whole circle, inscribed in the square is pi times radius, which is 32 over pi square. So 32 over pi square, right? Now, so we have done the second part. You could always use the calculator to calculate this. In general, this will be equal to, let me write this as 32 over pi. 32 square, let me write this 32 square, because pi square and pi will cancel, so you'll get this as your answer, okay? Find the area of shaded portion. To find the area of the shaded portion, we have to find their difference. So we'll get the big area, take away the smaller area of the inscribed circle. So once you do that, you get area of these 4 units. We are taking 1/4 of that, correct? So I hope you've understood the concept. So area of shaded portion, let me write down, as equal to difference in the two areas. That means the first area is 64 over pi whole square, take away the other area, which is 32 square over pi, and you take 1/4 of this, divide everything by 4, right? So that is how you get area of this shaded portion, right? So you could always find their values. Let's do that. 64 divide by 3.14 or pi, square this, equal to, so you get the answer for the first one as 415.4 centimeters square. And here we have 32 square divided by 3.14, you get in decimals as equals to 326, let's say 0.11. So in this case, we'll substitute these values. We have 415.4, take away 326.1 divided by 4. So 415.4 take away 326.1 equal to, and now divide by 4, equal to, in decimals, we could write this as equal to 22.3, let's say 33, if you're rounding to 2 decimal places, in centimeters square, right? So that is how you can actually calculate the values. But I hope you've understood the concept of finding it. So if you're given the circumference, you can find diameter straight by dividing by pi. Radius is half of diameter, and then you can find the areas as we have discussed. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope that helps. Thank you, and all the best.